you can make some money in comics, but it's hard to be well off. You know, like the struggle we had with being almost homeless for so long had an impact on like once the opportunity was there, how important it was to be focused on it, because we had gone through this really dark.
It was our way out.
Period. You know, yeah, it was a way out.
We had to sell everything that we.
Yeah.
So we weren't homeless. So we had to sell all of our furniture, all of our records, all of our comics, jewelry, everything, just to not be homeless.
Miracle Man.
Yeah. And so we had no bed. We slept on the floor. Nothing. We had nothing. And then we had no medical insurance because we couldn't afford that. So then we ended up having some, I think it was a dental.
Yeah, it's dental problems.
That screwed us. And so then we got into really bad debt again because we had nothing, and you know, we had the medical bills and we wanted a bed to sleep on eventually.
And as you know, I mean, you can make some money in comics, but it's hard to be well off doing comics.
Well, and
so I mean, we were doing
also,
okay, but obviously not really enough money to provide what a person really needs. You know, the medical
we weren't
insurance.
Imminently homeless anymore is all.
Yeah, right.
And you know, and then we were trying to go to every convention we possibly could so that he could get seen.
Yeah,
so
that's
there's some expense. And so we ended up getting in, I think it was about $17,000 worth of credit card debt, which by today's standards is not a lot, but when you're making minimum wage, and you know, 15, 20 years ago, that's a lot. So we're like, well, you know, we have to make so much just to make the payment, and we're not going to file bankruptcy again. So we just made a conscious effort to get everything paid down. Like every little scrap of money went to paying down the balances. Every tax return, if you sold a piece of art, if you got a royalty check, whatever, even if it was $2, we would stick it on that payment.
Yeah.
And got to be debt free. And we never went back. So, that was.
But because of that, you know, this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. But because of that tribulation there of trying to figure out how to handle money and the finances, comics, you know, you can make a living in comics, but it doesn't pay a lot of money. That, you know, by the time you actually get yourself set up to be sort of in a comfortable position where, yes, this is a reliable, regular thing, then you have to start worrying about everything else. You know, okay, if we have medical expenses, how are we going to cover that? You got to have the insurance. You got to start thinking about retirement funds and all those things that people who have regular jobs kind of fall in place for them because companies will offer them 401ks or whatever, right? They can get started on that pretty early. So for us,
it was late.
We're at least 10 years behind anyone else our age because of what, you know, how we chose to make our living.
You know, we probably could have been farther in our retirement and stuff, maybe.
If we allowed the debts to happen.
If we allowed the debt, I guess. But I feel more secure without the debt, so I guess it evens out. It made you kind of scrappy and hungry and determined, and like you're not going to squander an opportunity because you know, we knew what it's like to have that, you know, axe over your head that could fall.
We actually learned lessons.
Right.
Yeah.